Black. Lacking hue or brightness, absorbing light without affecting any of the rays composing it. Gloomy, pessimistic, dismal, a black outlook. If you want to really talk to me about acting black, then you have to start acting like an emo person and dressing all gothic like. No offense to you guys. But really, how are you going to judge someone just because they don't act a certain way? No, not all of us love fried chicken and watermelon. No, not all of us play basketball. No, not all of us rap or wear our pants halfway past our butt. Not all of us sag. Not all of us wear super baggy clothes, do-rags, bandanas, only the colors red or blue, or wear chains and excess rings and jewelry. But just because we don't act a certain way doesn't mean we are a certain person. To the society now, when people say act black, they're basically referring to Lil Wayne, Lil Mama, and you have to dress a certain way, you have to talk a certain way. Or at least that's how it was in elementary school and middle school, and even to my church still. Yes, I go to a predominantly a full black church actually, except for like one or two white people, maybe occasionally. And when I was younger, I grew up. They always called me the white boy because I didn't act a certain way. I dressed a certain way. Well, I grew up in a nice little town, and my family was nice, full of educators, and my mom was a social worker, like a counselor, and my father worked for computers. And they all grew up in nice families and nice homes. Not saying that ghetto people or anyone that lives in the hood doesn't have nice houses or homes or nice families or moral values, but I was never raised to act ghetto and act all loud and act a certain way. Yes, me and my family, we have our moments, but I'm not gonna act a certain way just because society tells me to. It's ridiculous. I mean, at school, some people like, oh, why are you, in elementary school, they'd be like, they tease me, even my brother, they'd be like, oh, why are you wearing Vans? Why are you wearing this? Why are you wearing that? Why are you wearing, what was that? Quicksilver, that brand, and Hurley, and all that stuff. And if you look at society now, I swear, if you're black and if you don't wear flat caps, snapbacks, tank tops, Vans, G-Shock watches, all that stuff that white people used to own, and if you don't wear that stuff or have it now, then I guess you won't even consider black. Then it's like, how are you gonna tell me something, then 5 years later start doing it and wear skinny jeans? Oh my gosh! I mean, of course I own a pair of skinny jeans, but it's like I didn't do it because society told me to. I did it because I thought it would look good on me. Anything I do, anything that you see me wear is because I think would look good on me and I personally like it. Not because society told me to or because someone said, oh, if you don't act black, you have to do this or you have to do that. It's stupid. People always called me the white boy this or I didn't act like that way that. And that's why I didn't act around or hang around certain kids at school because if I didn't act like them, I wouldn't hang around them. And of course, I have plenty of black friends. I've learned to, through my middle and high school years, I've learned to incorporate and work with them. And it's gone well for the most part. Of course, I don't get made fun of or teased that often. I just kind of get like these weird looks and these weird stares, like, because I don't talk a certain way. And of course, I'm not going to talk a certain way. I'm not going to talk with a slang. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because if my goal in life is to become a journalist or a writer, how am I going to do this? I mean, look at Oprah, look at Will Smith, look at those people. They didn't have to act black to get where they got. They just were themselves. And I mean, it's just ridiculous. And now look at me. I act Asian, and now black people and white Asian people, all my friends don't know of me as the Asian guy, and they don't have a problem with it now. But back then, oh, you had to act a certain way. And I'll admit, yes, I have had my quote-unquote black moments where I jump, hoot, holler, and yell. I mean, who doesn't have their crazy moments? White people do it, Asians do it, Mexicans do it all the time. I'm not trying to single out a certain race here, even though I am. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone or rude to anyone, because then I'd be racist and rude to myself, even though we're all racist on the inside. But it's just kind of ridiculous how some of this stuff just comes about. It's like, before you judge someone about how the way they act and how the way they are, think about it. Come back to me in a month or two after your favorite artist or rap artist or performer, entertainer starts doing that, and then if they start doing it, then come back to me and talk to me. Or if they don't start doing it, rather. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's not even that much of a problem now with all the Wayne Brady's popping up. It's just, I just had to make a little rant upon this because I'm not gonna be someone that I'm not. I'm not a fake person. And that's that.